And we're back. We're back in, not exactly in like a tree spot. I know that was like my brand. I think I like posted and then deleted a video about how I went to Peru for a master plant dieta for 2 months. And that was like 2 years ago that I got back, just a little over 2 years. That's what's been happening on my end, is like integrating like the longest ceremony that I've ever been in, which was like 47 days of just like near isolation to heal a medical issue. I will probably have more to say about that in another video. I also had 2 concussions, like traumatic brain injuries, in an 18-month period. I have been invited by life to really and truly learn a lot of like foundational healing type things. But honestly, I just had like very little capacity to use my brain. I like had a really hard time with like bright lights and intense noises and normal cognitive function, and also like my personality like liquefied and then was like reconstituted in the jungle. And it takes a minute to really learn like who am I without all of this core trauma, like everything that the plants and the trees that I was dieting with taught me. I just really like kind of didn't have much to say on the internet, but now we're back, and we are back couple days before the Cancer new moon exacts, and it's a new moon conjunct Jupiter, which is great. Super expansive. Jupiter's exalted in Cancer. We have in a lot of ways like the opportunity to like connect and take counsel, be led by like the teacher within. This is like Jupiter in Cancer is like the marching to the beat of your own drum, your inner guide based on your heart, based on your like womb and sacral center, your inner child, your inner feeling, felt experience. Jupiter loves being in Cancer. A great like promising new moon cycle. Yes, and it's squaring Saturn and Neptune. Saturn and Neptune are in the first couple degrees of Aries right now, and very shortly they're going to go retrograde, both of them. Saturn has not quite caught up to Neptune. It's like almost caught up to Neptune by like a degree or two, but they don't actually technically begin a new cycle until February of 2026. So right now we're in like the waningest wane of the cycle of Saturn to Neptune. It's also in the new energy of like both of them at the early degrees of Aries. So we're both getting like a, oh my god, is this the new thing? But like, I don't actually fucking fully know what the new thing is yet. And Aries is so instinctual. Neptune is the collective dream. Saturn is the limits and the boundaries of the third dimension and third dimensional society. And also the karmic teacher, you know, our taskmaster that's like, you only have so much time to be here on this earth. You only have so much time to live in this body. What do you need to work on right now? How do you need to discipline yourself right now? What do you need to like, it's like the Grim Reaper cutting the crop down. The childish, younger, more innocent approach to Aries is no longer gonna fly. So it's cutting down that whole old cycle from the last, 29 and a half years since it was last at this part of the zodiac, Saturn. And it's inviting you into a more mature version of Aries. I don't know, it's like a martial arts sensei kind of comes to mind. Like, what are you going to do with your aggression? What are you going to do with your impulsive nature? What are you going to do with your animal nature? Are you going to just pop off? We see people popping off right now. We see people losing their shit. We see like nuclear tensions really high globally. We see a lot of conflict. Aries is also conflict. And in a lot of ways, there's a lot of necessity for conflict sometimes in order to just like individuate, in order to just figure out like to get back to, it's like Mars, the ruler of Aries with the sword, like I'm going to cut cords of attachment that are not in service to my higher self, that are not in service to like what I need to do as a sovereign being right now. I'm launching into all of this as I'm talking about this new moon in Cancer conjunct Jupiter, because guess what? Jupiter has been in this square with Saturn and Neptune. You know how you feel the last couple of days of a lunar cycle if you're attuned to the moon, where you're just like, oh, it's just kind of old and I'm tired and I like really reflective. We're feeling that in terms of Saturn's relationship to Neptune. Saturn, the faster planet, Neptune, the slower planet. As Jupiter and the Sun are making this new moon in Cancer and it's squaring the Saturn-Neptune, it's amplifying the dynamic tension between how we want to expand just in our personal lives, in our own hearts, with our own tribes, our own families, and the reality of this existentially really hard time that we're having with Saturn and Neptune. Almost starting a new cycle, but like not quite. And it's going to take them until February. So what the F are we supposed to do until then? I say it's an invitation to listen to what needs to be shed, like as we are beginning to plant new seeds, planting new seeds a little bit, and we're wanting to expand. And it's like, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. It's like, do what you can. It's the Leonard Cohen, like, forget your perfect offering, ring the bells that still can ring. There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. The moves that we make at this time might have to just make peace with the fact that they're a little half-baked. They are not fully cooked. They might not even be able to be fully cooked at this time, because we don't really know what the new dream is yet. We're getting like whispers of it, but we don't really fully know this year what it is yet. So at this new moon time, at the Sun conjunct Jupiter time, perhaps it's about just being able to embrace the end of a very long 36-year cycle. It's hard to fully fathom with our left brain, with our ego. It's hard to fully feel like the gravity of that. It's like, how do we socially implement a dream? Saturn to Neptune. We would need to have a pretty expanded idea of the collective picture. And Jupiter and Saturn are the societal planets, just like 90-degree first quarter square. It's a breaking out. It's a crisis in action. Ready or not, like, we gotta do something. We've been sort of gestating in, like, what is this new post-COVID reality? What is this new Jupiter-Neptune reality starting in late 2022 at the end of Pisces? Like, the reality is we've had some very, very high ideals, very high hopes, really, really wanting an idealistic world. Like, how are we ever on this planet, are we ever going to agree with each other about how things should be spiritually? Are we ever going to respect each other's beliefs? Are we ever going to be able to not, end up warring with each other? The best counter move that you can make for, war is reconciling opposites within yourself. It's finding the aspects of self that are out of alignment with each other, not communicating with each other, not integrated, withdrawing projections, and doing the really challenging, sometimes very frustrating inner work of one part of me disagrees with another part of me. How do we resolve this conflict inside? Each one of these planets is reflective of and indicative of a part of us, every single one of us. So every single one of us has a Neptune, has a Jupiter, has a Saturn, has a Sun, with their current configuration and their current relationships. What are the movements of these planets triggering within us? We can see it on a global stage in terms of societal structures, like the United States relationship with Iraq or Israel or whatever, right? But then it's like, what's inside here? What's the Saturn Aries part of me is like, I gotta really just like be myself, and like everybody give me some space, and like I gotta really figure out me right now. And like Neptune Aries, it's like I am dreaming a new version of me, but it's not cooked yet because Saturn hasn't quite, it's not like fully grounding, but it's wanting to. And then Sun, Jupiter, and Cancer, great, let's get together with our tribe, but like we're all feeling some type of way right now. We're all feeling a little crunchy, more than a little crunchy maybe. And so how the F are we supposed to like follow this new moon and like link up, meet up, expand, feel? There's, and it might be in a house for you, this Jupiter Cancer, which is why you should have a check-in with an astrologer like myself. is just to figure out how is this landing in your life right now? What is the cosmic riddle being given to you specifically by the current configurations? I'm offering highly discounted readings and consultations and sessions to get the ball rolling again. And if you've ever wanted like to really understand your soul story and have like a very deep, personalized, experienced claircognizant channel and 20-year student and teacher of astrology go deep with you, it's jamespanther@gmail.com. Hit me up. Let's hop on a call. Let's get into it. Other offerings, I do full-length chart readings, anything astrology-related reading-wise that you could think of. And I also offer something called the Council of Lilith, which is about integrating Black Moon Lilith, the Kundalini shadow life force that has been suppressed. In that 8-week program, we're all cooking in beautiful inner work and shadow work and reflecting each other and bringing out one of the most suppressed, denied, disowned archetypes of our being that's like the guardian of our life force. It's like the guardian of our like erotic flow in life, overall wellness, overall wholeness. We're bringing it out of exile, we're containing it, we're holding it, and we're socially reflecting it to each other as well. So inner work and outer work simultaneously. That's coming up soon. And if you're in the Portland, Oregon area, there's a couple events coming up as well. So on Instagram, I'll be doing probably some shorts there. It's at James Panther, Panthyr. And I think that's it for now. Hope you are all well wherever you are and in whatever state you're in. And I hope to hear from you. And I'll see you next time.